Okay, let's take a quick look at some the save and load features in the Corona VFB for Corona for Cinema 4D Alpha 6 release candidate 1. These were added in since the last videos were recorded. So I have here a rendered scene. Let's just save this as the default. Now let's say I make some adjustments to the scene. And let's just say I was happy with that and I wanted to save those. Let's call it high contrast, and then I save, and now I can load back in either of those. Now because these settings are not per scene, you can actually save and load these settings into any render that you happen to have. And that will work because there's nothing here that's scene specific, and it will save all of these, including the denoise amount. The other location where we have the save and load feature is here in the LightMix. So and we also have some new features here, so let me just give you a quick look at these. Let's push up the moonlight, and of course we've swapped to a non-denoised LightMix. Currently does not have denoising in this release, so push up the moonlight. Let's make it very blue. Let's take that light from the other room off, and let's make the window lights brighter. Okay, let's say I'm happy with that. I go ahead and save it. We'll call it night scene 1. And now let's go ahead and let's tweak the color of these lights, make them a bit more yellow. We're going to say there's much less of a moon tonight, and we're going to put the light from the other room back on. And now I'm going to save this, night scene 2. Now again, just as before, we can go ahead and load these in. Now these are scene specific because it depends on exactly what light groupings you have set up using your light select render elements. So these are scene specific, but they're not camera specific. So if you have a render of the same scene from a different camera location, you can just go ahead and save and load in the same settings for those different camera locations. That will work no problem, but they are scene specific. They are dependent on having the same light select setup as when they were saved and loaded. The other options here, reset colors will turn everything back to white. It'll undo any changes I made. And these affect the values. I can turn all the lights off. This is particularly handy if I have lots of lights and I intend to create a light mix that only uses 1 or 2 of them. I can instantly turn them all off and then just bring in the ones I want. And Alt 1, of course, restores all the values to 1, which with the reset colors and Alt 1 will basically swap you back to the original render with no effect from the LightMix. So those are some of the new features you may have spotted in Alpha 6 release candidate 1. So I hope you enjoy testing it, and big thing is, please report any bugs on our bug reporting page and any questions on our forums. That's the main purpose of this release candidate, is to identify any problems, get those fixed before we do final release of Alpha 6, and then move on to working on some more new features for Alpha 7. Thanks for watching.